Read. I'm finna go around. Park, I guess you'll be first. Park, I guess you'll be first, man. Y'all be on camera, y'all. Y'all finna be on camera. All right, y'all. Letting y'all see some of the. Let y'all see some of the family. Letting y'all see some of the family. Peace. Brother Parker. True.
Peace, everybody.
Ed. Bridget. Showing y'all some of the family, y'all. Before we get started, we finna get it up and started, y'all. Finna get it up and started. Wave if you don't want to be on camera. Anybody? Say peace. Haley. Jen, K Rebel. Miss Deborah. Stamps, y'all. We in the building, y'all. We finna get it started. Shout out to the Black Dot Culture Center. All right, y'all. Get it started.
I know your voice. 57 minutes down the road. You know that's right. Thank you.
Pull up. I'm just waiting on one person.
Jude.
What up, brother, man?
Some love, man.
What's up, bro? What's up? Good, man. Good. Now to treat you good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
What's up, bro?
Call it.
Hey, that brother, when he first came in here, he introduced himself to you. He was here.
You say somebody you seen us on TikTok. And he
Just came through.
came through.
Okay. I'm talking about the young one.
The young one? No. Oh yeah, that was Musa partner.
Musa's part.
Yeah, that was yeah. Yeah. But you say he just coming through. He say he had no, I'll post a meet him. Perfect, y'all. Perfect. So we sure he's finna. How many more minutes? Yes, sir. Take home.
He didn't answer. I think the one that you got. No. They drove for the car.
Be social.
Keep these, y'all. Y'all just do some on the building. Keep some love to the right. You ready to put on and do the right thing, you know. Nation building. I'm hoping to see everybody come out here tonight. Today it's gonna be a great time. Y'all gonna hear some great performances. We got some spoken words, some truth, a lot of discussions. Come on out, y'all. Let's nation build. Yeah. Just want to be grown.
Hey, peace and blessings, family. Peace, 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 peace. Eyes over here. On E. Alright, so what's going on, y'all? Peace. It's beautiful how we all came together from different cities, different backgrounds, and different states. You know, whether you just hit a test the fruits, you really down for the mission. I salute everyone who took the chance. For y'all that don't know, my name's Stamps. I'm gonna be our MC for this afternoon. I hope everybody has safe travels. From flights to driving, I know it can be a bit hectic at times, especially dealing with Atlanta traffic. So, as long as y'all here safe, that's all that matters. It's most definitely a great time to be alive, starting a government that's going to actually benefit our people and bring our people, that's going to actually benefit our people, also bringing healing to the world. That's major right now, because y'all see the wickedness that's going on in the earth. And to witness or to be a part of this mission, which is God's will, you know, that's also a blessing in itself. But before we get into the performances, I just want to ask a few of y'all where y'all from, you know, just to kind of test out the crowd, you know. So I'm going to randomly go around. I see many cute faces, many familiar faces. Thank you. This person good for you, my brother. Other man, where you from?
Oh man, yep. DeMarcus Hamilton. Shit, I've been following, you know, the family about 7 months. Y'all Jew, you know, I figured out what's going on. You know, about 7 months now. California. I came from Oakland, California, the Pacific. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm down for the move. Let's get it going. You know what I'm saying? Come out here and make a move. Shit, you want to pass it on? You know,
All right, y'all. West Side, California in the high.
What's up? All right. Y'all know me as Trey Work. My government is Jerry Smith. I don't like it, so Trey Works. But you know, I got hope to the movement about 1.5 years ago. I listened to the brother on the internet, and I've just been behind it ever since. You know, and supported 100%, and got my reasons behind it, and I can articulate it. So. That's it for me, and I'm in for the long run.
All right, I'm gonna call on one more person. We're trying to avoid, man. There you go, my brother.
My name Parker. I'm from South Georgia, and so this is my second time coming and meeting some of the family members. I'm very excited about this movement, and now that we have the Messiah, Christ on the earth, we can come to Him and we can get the Spirit and we can get the truth, and we can get to know God, and we can get in the correct and rightful order. And so I'm down with the movement, and I'm willing to do any works it takes to move this mission towards
Alright, like I said, I salute every single one of y'all brothers. Salute every single one of y'all brothers. So with the first performance, the first speaker, we go do a laid back poem. If you don't mind, my brother, he waved from New Mexico. Mr. Eddie himself. What's going on, brother? And can you tell me a little bit about the poem that you can read for us?
Peace and blessings, family. A few years back, I had wrote a poem, and it wasn't to any particular person, but it touched my heart, and it took me a little while to put the words down, and I just been holding on to it, and I haven't published it or gave it to anyone, but I found the person that it truly belongs to. Thank you, fella, appreciate that. I found the person that the poem truly belongs to, and that's Yaju. And I wanted to recite it to you, so if you please be patient with me, because I'm going to try to be a humble brother and a brother that's not of many words, but you some beautiful people. And we are a blessed people. And God has blessed us to be able to have His Spirit among us in a vessel that words can never, ever explain from me. So I have to put my actions in what I do to help Him to do the Father's will. So this poem that I had written, it goes like this. To start each year to learn oneself, one must take care and remember something else, that our minds may seek from hopes and dreams. And sometimes, we just want to. In life, you reach a certain stage, that time, now things will make you age. But the wisdom and faith from the God within will make one prosper and live again. We give our all, for life is short. But don't let this rat race dissolve your thoughts, for man has caused a sickening disease. To live and survive is a hard task, you see. So as our morals get shifted around, we pray to God, please settle us down. We ask to grow within His grace, and with these words we'll set our pace. Black History Year we celebrate. To all black people, let's congratulate for sharing our talents throughout this land, from bright shiny shores to high drifting sands. With hopes and dreams of plans unforeseen, has rendered this system to recognize our means, to understand that one day soon, we as people will carry one tune, an instrument that will play so loud to combat all evil we do reconcile. So brothers and sisters throughout this land, let's pray to God to lend His hands to draw from the hearts of all mankind, that the color of one's skin should not make up one's mind. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. And since we are those who have been called and chosen in this dispensation of time, a title that we wear are the saints. And we have a saints pledge that was done up, that will be asked to be signed, given to you at the end of this program. And it's titled United Kingdom of Nugus. See me now, Father God, purified by your Son, Yaju Judah, the Word made flesh, faithful and true for all eternity. Hold me accountable in the new heaven and new earth, a saint without spot or blemish. in service and duty to the throne of David in this day. Amen.
Amen.
I'm gonna sign my pledge sheet, and I'm gonna continue to do the work that my Lord asked me to do, and I pray and hope you do the same. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. All right, y'all. All right. All right, y'all. So up next we got Lorraine and AI. Y'all come on to the stage. Come on to the stage. That was a beautiful speech, though, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay.
It was. All right, look at my
So
brother.
y'all go ahead. Y'all come up here and introduce yourself.
Mic check, mic check.
Where y'all from? What's y'all names? How long y'all been out?
Peace and love. I'm Ray Vaughn Epperson. My name on the platform is Lee Van Ray. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I've been around Yadu Judo since I think November of last year, and completely changed my life around. Everything I needed, not what I wanted, but it turned into everything I wanted because it's what I needed, and the truth is gonna conquer. And I'm just glad to be here with me and my family. For real.
Yeah.
For sure. Abe Ilo. A lot of my brothers and sisters call me by my initials. I've been rocking with Yaju for almost a year now. And it's like my brother Ray said, it's just been a total life change. All positive, all very revolutionary, all real. And you know, the spiritual on it is wonderful as well. So, you know, I'm glad to see everybody in person. You know, we all get the vibe on social media and whatnot. So I enjoy getting to see everybody here. You know, we can honor the Most High with this song and got you and, you know, break the ice for the next performance.
All right, most definitely. All right, can y'all kind of put us in the headspace y'all will y'all write this song? And what's the name of it? Y'all don't mind.
Well, I was just in the studio and I needed something. I needed something bad because this is exactly what I stopped making music for God. So once I got back in the studio, I needed something for God.
And I think he posted the song with his verse on the WhatsApp.
I did.
And it was an open space. I think it was waiting for another MC. I don't know who it was, but you know, I asked him if I could hop on it and give it my little 1-2. You know, obviously I'm of the older of the group, but you know what I'm saying? I got an art and music background. I love it. I love inspiring them and working with them. So, you know, I'm gonna do me.
Yeah. That's my big bro. Yaju L.
Negro.
Let's go, y'all.
Oh, gotta turn that up.
Yeah.
King and Queen in the building represents.
Well, the reason why I tell you these things, because Christ is on earth. If Christ wasn't on earth, I'd be deceived. That's what you gotta understand. If I didn't know Christ, especially the whole world can't be deceived. If you're not deceived, you personally, because listen, I'm not deceived because Christ is on earth giving the truth, the way, and the light. I was lost and I found with my angels. Blah, 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 nigga, you can't even change it. It's just us on my saints like candles. If I let you in, is you really gon' handle it? Walk with me, talk with me, you can't even change it. If you do the will, you reverse all the damage. I've been trying to keep this shit all in my head, but I can't cause I see it everywhere I go instead. Now I know who I am now. Just some niggas that you read about. See, they wasn't even worried about it. Time for the running back and forth. I see you trying to head off. I'm trying to see this way ahead. I speak life, you can get it if you dead that. That's the reason why we'll do with the dead now. If you heard about it, it's just
just word of mouth, they got me on the smile. All of a sudden, I could see it all, lost in a dream. But you found me in it, you just know what it means. I've been found within it, sent out by the sun, you ain't gotta believe me. Turn me on the snakes in the grass so they follow my lead. With this priest of the blood that's been running through me. They don't have to step down, change sides with the seat. Cause watching you see, cause I'm walking on water for the eyes who can see. Everybody else lies, so you trust us. And you praise for this shit, I can see you ain't blessed up. So it's just us, and they can't get enough. So just pour out your cup, I can fill it with a blessing. I was lost, now I'm found with my angels. Blah, 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 nigga, you can't even change it. It's just us on my saints lighting candles. If I let you in, is you really gonna handle it?
Now has come the salvation and strength
Hey, my
and
brother.
the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. So, when does Christ cast the devil out of heaven?
I'm twisting up a scroll, got the gospel in my lungs. I'm killing all deception with the power of my tongue. I'm from the tribe of Judah, Yaju is the Christ among us. We started at the bottom, we the number one, resurrected from the dead. It's like living in a dream, but it ain't no hocus pocus, cause the truth is too extreme. The light is in the world, the evidence is clear. The angels and the demons are the ones you see and hear. Not your vain imagination or some creature that appeared. We are chosen from the people, like the other nations fear. They thought we was just niggas, so they put us in a noose. Royal blood is on your hands, we the kingdom of the goose. Some do not wanna hear it, others do but really can't. They not of the circumcision, so I guess that's they complaint. But it really ain't no problem, cause we lifting up the curse. And Christ will be revealed to everybody that's on earth.
Hey. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, y'all, give it up for one more time.
Woo!
So, my brother right here, he's very creative, very talented, articulate with his words. And my brother got a single. And what's the name of this next song?
This actually started off as a poem that I wrote prior to meeting Yaju. And shortly after I wrote it, I met him, and the synchronicity for my articulate words, it was kind of magical. So it's called Divine Alignment. It's a poem, but I kind of formed it to a beat to make it a song.
Why you left me beyond you?
My bad, I'm sorry. I ain't even getting you it.
Divine alignment, perpendicular design, chosen and assigned, perfect timing, well refined, next level and beyond that, evidence of a life after, begin with an ending in mind. This is the intro to the last chapter, from creation to cremation, from infiltration to abomination, from irritation to aggravation. Oh. Defined as a dreamer within a dream, seamless thinker I am, extreme seeker of truth in all things. I'm he with whom kings seek counsel. With this I douse you as holy water. Heavenly horns announce my arrival, and if they don't, they out of order. Vibrato and staccato from a cello. Address our Father at the living altar. To him, hello, brother man in the flesh. The word of the Most High God, bringing the weary rest. Yaju. When I say Yaju, you say Judah. Yaju. Yaju. When I say Yaju, you say Judah. Yaju. Yaju. When I say niggas, you say kingdom. Niggas.
Kingdom.
Niggas.
Kingdom.
Niggas.
Kingdom.
Niggas.
Kingdom.
Niggas.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's how we go back down.
Hey.
Appreciate you.
Hey.
Next to the stage, we got another talented brother by the name of Damon J. Come on up here, my brother.
Hey, Andre in the building.
Where you from and what inspired you to song you from perform for us?
I'm originally from Muskegon, Michigan.
Okay.
Just close to that mid.
M-Town the building.
Most definitely. What inspired me to make this song? Basically, off the confirmations that I heard from y'all Jews speaking, and not only that, from the way I felt when I heard my big brother speak on this particular topic. And it was just another day, because one thing I love to do is make music, and that's how I express myself, truthfully. And I didn't know no better way to give the message out in a way that where everybody be like, okay, I can cling to this without it being hurtful, because the truth hurts. So this was my way of giving some comfort for my brothers and sisters to be able to receive the message that we got to give them, because this is a big, big lie that's been told among us. We got to be able to swallow that pill and keep moving. So I'm going to start. Oh, it's Exodus. Okay, all right. So this song is called Exodus, as God was going to return to Exodus from the state of mind in Egypt. I know y'all like to listen to R&B, hip hop, R&B, pop. This is gonna be called Ghetto Gospel.
Make it ghetto, boy.
Ghetto Gospel. Yeah. Look, it ain't no brand new way I came up with one for an accident. You got a bad state of mind, I got in Exodus. You want some new wine? Go ahead and find that grapevine. You are not listening to that new song, it's the word of God. Who do the day? Who do the hour? Who do the time? You know it, you feel to go ahead and wait this time. When it comes to these scriptures, you do the math, you foul. You will stumbling block, so it's time to move around. And 5 to the 16, like Jordan catch 23. That's just how we move, and how we stepping with the devil under our feet. He ain't no beast. Get rid of that beef, he trying to deal with the high priest. It ain't no brand new way I came up the one for an accident. You got a bad state of mind, 5 guys in Exodus. You want some new wine? Go ahead and find that grapevine. You are not listening to that new sound, it's the word of God. If you understand what he's saying, you've been blessed for that. Now that you get it, hold on to it, be like Peter and let it drown. If you understand what he's saying, you've been blessed for that. Now that you get it, need you to understand. The Father circumcised you, we all got a head that has a head. Man, it's shame to say I found my rock. This nigga like to shoot. When I heard that call, picked up so I could hoop. We ain't doing half, so let me tie my shoe. Your father is my father, my fear. You ain't tryna look goddamn this slingshot to you. We ain't giving made it hard for trust my side with a few. Gotta make sure I was one of them main ones to see the lies from the truth. It ain't no regret when you came up so with an accident. You got a bad state of mind, 5 guys so you can exit it. You want some new wine? Go ahead and find that grapevine. You not listening to that new song, it's the word of God. They're like, hold on, what's going on? This that ghetto gospel. This that new sound for a lifetime, you ain't know about it. I be dead gone for a long time, if I was worried about who's really hot. You can meet me upstairs, but I'll let you know you gotta let go your flesh for life. Ain't talking about chilling in the sky, but we can do that too. We can't just hella flex for the light. Bitch, in the dark for long. The only way is through the Christ and no religion. No way, you're deception for the bitch. Ain't no regret the way I came up, so with an accident. You got a bad state of mind, 5 guys so you can exit it. The only way is through the Christ and no religion. No way, you're deception for the bitch. You are not listening to that new song, it's the word of God. The only way is through the Christ, ain't no religion.
Hey.
Smooth.
Yes, sir.
That was one of my new. So I'm still learning the lyrics to that.
It's all right, brother, man. It's all right.
This next song is Stated Ourselves. I made this song because that was the first thing that I had to do coming into this truth. The very first thing. I knew what I was supposed to know in the time being. And one thing that we all have to do is study ourselves approved. We know, and we know we don't know. So if you don't know something, don't act like you do. Just accept the fact that you don't know so you receive what you need to know. Woo! And that's another thing that we have a problem with, being in this movement with people that's not listening and understanding our point of view, where we're coming from.
Facts.
It's not so what's in the scriptures, it's what's being told to you. It's the interpretation. So once you heard the right interpretation, then you would have the right information. And that is how you receive life through Christ. Now, y'all wouldn't be able to tell us that because y'all are up here with it. And y'all are not in y'all reality with it. And this is where we at with it right now. Because this is real life. God is real. And we gonna make sure that it's exposed and stand on it.
Yes, sir.
Study ourselves and prove it.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yeah. What if I told you God had a vibe coming out of niggas' kingdoms? The key to kings, we got a reason for freedom. Never let them in. Steps to take, we got a freedom. Lost in the sauce, till I found my head. Yeah, I'm walking on water. Ain't understand, yeah. Drunk since I've been lost, it's out my head, yeah. Lost but not on fire, so God save me. We got a different match. I'm on a high level. We gotta fact check the facts. I'm on a, yeah. What you doing next? Sacred, not the field. I done see how cold it is. If I go crazy with this shit, I ain't got no next. I'm a real servant. You don't like face facts. Trying to help you let go of the burdens. I still gotta stick with that. Summer soul. Every time I approach the table, all pray to the Most High. Yeah, you open the curtain. Am I seeing this? Yeah. Am I really hearing this? Yeah. It sounds so smooth to the ear, so easy to my ear. Ain't got no chance but the move when I hear language. Well, when I heard those words, I felt my flame get lit. I studied myself approved. You don't wanna stand alone in that truth. Yeah. You're not alone. Just study thyself approved. It's your turn to be you. Yeah. It's either you in or you out. Feeling confused, stick around. Make sure that you really see the empty cup. Cause you gotta hear how they sound. The song of that trouble is real loud. Don't come with assumptions, you still a child. The faith on my head, you know the vibe. There's a new song from the word of God. Yeah. I'm facing a different match. I'm on a high level. We gotta fact check the facts. They play without mind gambling. They like, what you doing next? I'm outside trying to help you feel the wheel. I done seen how cold it can get, so I understand how you feel. Yeah, this is the new gospel, the ghetto gospel, coming from the Mon J, Niggas Kingdom Records. Damn, for shit show.
Hey.
I noticed what he said. It's a new song, so at the end of the day, everything we bring to our people is new information. And, you know, it's really, like I said earlier, it's really a beautiful time to be alive. The next person, my sister, Miss Bree. Bree.
All right, y'all. Y'all better make some noise up in here.
Yeah.
God is in the building.
Yeah. So I got a question for you. How long have you been making music?
I've been making music for about a year and some change now.
Okay. How long you been with movement?
I've been with the movement for about 2 years.
Okay, so this basically inspires you to, be more creative.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I was doing some writing before, but not really like performing or posting anything. But once I came in this truth, you know, it started with Antonio, and then it was like it just caught flame to me. I'm like, okay, I see Brother Man doing it. He didn't inspire me, help motivate me, on top of the truth being given to me and me just, you know, stepping into who I am. So I'm like, you know what? We activated. Let's go ahead.
That's what's up. What's the first song you? I know you got two of them also. So what's the first one you going for?
I'm gonna do Happy People.
Happy People.
Yeah.
What influenced you to make this one?
It was actually, I wrote that song after the first time we meet Christ.
Okay, that's what's up. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so we gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna let her have it straight.
All right. You said what? Happy people just wanna clap their hands. Happy people just wanna dance. Happy people just wanna give praises to God they'll last. Happy people just want some peace. Happy people don't want no peace. We just bringing heaven on earth, so let's start rejoicing. Let's start rejoicing for the day that the sun has risen. No more mental slavery, cause y'all just gon' beat the system. And the saints gon' be with him. But try your hardest and keep up with this funky rhythm. The people sees the bill to have the rhythm, but y'all don't feel him. I thought that God never changed. It's written in Hebrews 5. Every high priest is chosen from the people, not the sky. And you a real nigga for telling the truth and destroy those lies. Let them die. We gotta get back to the growing our own food. And it ain't no use in depending on the system that was made to go against you. The Pope has apologized to use the Bible as a tool. We conclude we were born to sin with the resources of winning. I don't know, I don't want to bore you. I just want you to know that y'all special. This journey is not a race. I'm just loving my happy place. Happy people just wanna. Hey, y'all better sing this. I know y'all know the word. Happy people just wanna give praises to God they'll last. Hey, happy people just want some peace. Happy people don't want no evil. We just bringing heaven on earth, so let's start rejoicing. Because the people are happy. Let's start rejoicing. Because God has sent His begotten Son. Let's start rejoicing. Because the time is now to unite. Let's start rejoicing. Because Christ is here, light of the thief in the night. Revelation 5 and 9. They say the news songs wouldn't be wrong when God came back, but y'all declined the promise given to us. A line from the bloodline as if Christ couldn't be black. The time is here, open your ears, eyes about to appear with the sun. And when it comes to heaven, he's the first pioneer. Giving thanks to God for removing that veil. Come on, y'all, I'm just keeping it real. Hey, people just wanna clap their hands. Happy people just wanna dance. Happy people just wanna give praises to God that last. Happy people just want some peace. Happy people don't want no peace. We just bringing heaven on earth, so let's start rejoicing. Hey, y'all better give God some praises up in here. The next song I'm gonna perform, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous, but I'm here. I'm showing up, you know. It's amazing to be here. I just gotta give some praise to God. We came a long way, man. We got a long way to go, but it don't matter because we gonna do the work. God is with us. God is truly with us, and I know y'all can feel that, and I know that y'all know that. You know, we've been down so long as, you know, melanated people, but we at the top now. We not getting to the top. We at the top. We just gotta stay up there and do what we gotta do. Y'all feel me? So this next track I'm gonna do is Beast Mode. I had to come out of retirement a little bit. You know, this song, I can't even tell y'all who was inspired by this song because it's always the truth. It's literally always the truth. You know, but when I heard the beat, I said, you know what? I'm going to give him something raw. I'm going to give him something close to real niggas and just as good. So that's when I came with beast mode because that's the mode we in. We defeating the beast, the system. Let's go.
Let's go.
My world becomes such a beautiful place. One step from heaven, but I'll never reach not till you're mine. What the fuck? And so
Hell no, the devil can't take me, no faking, no playing. It's best because restored the house of David, no caving, no more enslavement by the Egyptians who's making statements, but ain't seen it. This is some cavemen. What are y'all saying? You can't reveal your hip and follow a book. Who are you obeying? And bro, we banging. Keep the doors off the hinges, no hanging. It's kings and queens, Christ and the saints. God is raising, no raising Canaan or raising Cain's, man. It's the chicken that got you flipping and can't understand, man. Before his glory, the son of man must suffer many things, man. We bring no shots out with the lighthouse. Where is the cameraman? Bah, 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 bah. Get low, get low. Christ is walking the earth. If you didn't know, now you know. Grab a seat, here's your ticket. Welcome to our Father's show, where the mysteries are revealed through Christ that only the Son would know. Oh, did we tell you before? The only way to the Father is through the Son. That's the only door. Life was always meant to live, not for survival mode. The book was written for the priest. That's why it's written in G code. Bring it back on. Don't worry. Don't worry. Going beast mode on them though. If the lives are so precious, why aren't the people beautiful? We're kept underneath by a system that's pitiful. We're the aboriginals, and we steady being silent by the real criminals, but we'll never fold. Christ is in the open, yo. Gotta throw no stones, no rocks, but the ice hits harder than Rocky Balboa. God is inside the firstborn, like give me those.
Now this is what it means to have.
Now y'all need to listen to Christ.
So if God showed up right now and revealed himself when nobody else sees God, this is what the whole purpose is about. Nobody else sees God because of what? Our worship. We all worship the image what we think is God. Now imaginations are a part of the idols and images that we worship. Some people worship the image that was given to them. Some people worship the thoughts in their mind.
Ain't no those two right now. Shout out to you. That first one was hot, but that last one was fire.
Thank you, brother man.
So, next performer to the stage, I might have to clear the house for him.
Hey! Hey! K-Rebel! K-Rebel!
Let us know the same questions. How long you been rapping?
Probably about a year and a half right now.
Yeah, okay. So what's the first song you going with? What's the first one you going with?
Peace, family. The first song I'm gonna go with is called Living Word. It's a remix to Damian Marley, and it was written.
Yeah.
Let you go
That's a
ahead and
vibe
take
right
over
there.
You got it?
Let's go, bro.
Hey, brother.
Don't speak so.
Somebody
I never heard before.
The scriptures tell you to eat from Christ. The scriptures don't tell you to eat from the Bible.
straight off the rip like that.
So, because we have been taught by the devil, which is deception, we try to get our information from the book. When the book tells us where to get the information from.
So right.
See what I'm saying? So we don't get deception saying we read the book and get the Holy Ghost. You don't read the Bible and get the Holy Ghost. No. No, you read the Bible and get deception. That's why I have the children of God fulfill the Bible.
Okay. Well, you want me to get into a club like that? You want me to top it up a little bit more? That's alright. That's alright. I'm gonna put some like this. Come listen to the voice, so get rid of the books and screens. I start asking questions like, is the grass really green? Living in this life of motion pictures, Hollywood made it seem. We never understood what they mean. A team of righteous leaders, stop politicking the world. We gotta tell the teachers, stop killing the boys and girls. Took the thought from the translation, got us lost. Now we tripping over curves. Confused, but they just switched up the words. The blessed will see the truth is so different like night and day. The chosen is a few, don't be jealous, they paved the way. Why who you talking to? Cause it could be an angel standing in your face. Or deception right in front of you like a snake.
But the Bible don't teach, that's why you gotta read it.
Talk to him, okay, brother?
Like, a teacher, you don't read a teacher, you listen to a teacher. You can't listen to the Bible, you have to read the Bible. So the Bible don't teach us. So, because we don't have understanding of what we're reading, we don't get deception. So everybody that teaches the Bible is deception.
You better be rolling weed or you get with the dry slide. The truth might hurt you, it's only to make you tough on the inside. And the chief is gonna rise up at his appointed time. To knock them off of their saddles for birds, brothers for battle. They shaking rattles and hollering, but they ain't walking yet. Get off my neck, ain't no dummy, the risk you taking our money. You think it's funny, you smiling, but they ain't cracking with you. It's just a part of the system when we gon' stand up and flip them and tip them over. They falling and now they can't get up. You need a cane, you're not able to stand straight up and be stable. You follow favors and labels, granddaddy never heard. They change the dates and the seconds and switch another two messages. So far confessing, probably walking, y'all can do it, came to blur. The earth cause it's so foggy on this road, come help me stir. You got us to the narrow path, we stretches, you don't know that how time dirty needs to wash them out. I hope you heard him when he told you the ending is about to come to our pressure from the people who got us under their thumb. Don't need a shot to heal the sick of the battle's already won. But if it's coming from a brother, you looking like is you dumb? But I can't blame them cause all we do is break each other down. We trying to save them and tell the truth and all they do is clown. They made a ruckus, they got us thinking it's that we can and realize we the ones who run the town. We the ones who built the cities from the needy to the greedy. That we need them in the keys, just take them out of the teeth. Quick and witty, waiting, slippery, spitting lyrics, trying to trick me, hiding, feeling what's written. Got the spirit burning in me. If you rebel, came to get us, shame the devil, be a witness of the neighbors or the niggas. Son of David ran the kingdom, eat them starving, I can beat them. Son of daughters gotta treat them, squeeze them tighter. How you beat them, tongue is mighty, gonna feed them, clean them, sleeping room is foreign. Tyler, I can see the message, you gotta hear what it's told.
Alright now.
Yeah.
Woo! Let's go, okay, brother. Yeah. That's my brother.
Now this next one, y'all, I want y'all to pay close attention to the words because it's the anthem. It's the, what is it? NK anthem? Yeah.
Niggas Kingdom.
Okay then.
Hey.
And basically, what mind frame was you in when you was writing this next one?
Well, my brother said we need an anthem, so I tried to figure out my version of the anthem. So this song represents the Negu's kingdom and the unification of our people while bringing an end to this system that we under.
Okay then.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Negu's kingdom gon' be the nation that you know it. Elephant shaking, the room is breaking cause we exposing. Got no more patience, your time is wasting, we quickly growing. You like to say when we walk in the path is flowing. The king is risen, begin the end of a lot is treated. Cause the intention create completion, answers the vision. And now you tripping cause you ain't listen to my obedience. Get up and still out to cook, they gon' be a win. Know what the deal is, you missed it if you ain't see what happened. But it's okay cause we got you, all you need is a napkin. It be like when you taste it, that's how you know we snapping. Stacking up plates for the go dancing for some rapping. Gather all the corners, put them together and make a brick. Throw it in the ocean, watch all the water turn into speed. Not gonna hold my lips cause they poisoning all the little kids. Stop the events where they sacrificing and needing kids.
Barely got the strength to get up and make it out through the day. Every other sick, give it up if you wanna live it. Better make a move to be free, but until the land is saved. Ashes be left of the place, called the USA.
Hey.
Not gonna sleep to the beat, stop and let the people out. If you agree, come with us, move your feet and close your mouth. Not gonna let wake off the states, ain't gonna see nothing but clouds. Come on, we head this out.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop, we gonna go.
All right, y'all, we gonna kind of switch flows with the next one. We go comment.
Hey,
We gonna kind of switch
brother.
flows. We got my brother, one of the coolest brothers I know. Way
Sir, yes, sir. How y'all doing? Thank everyone for showing up today. I'm sure the king really appreciate it. You know, we are here. God called us all here, right? We're here to defeat this wicked system that has been oppressing us for years. We should have more, but you know, many are called. Few are chosen.
Yeah. Say that again.
Many are called.
Yeah.
Few are chosen.
That's right.
So all I'm asking is that y'all keep that fire, keep it lit. Let's go out there and defeat this devil. We got so many kids to bring home. We got so many elders to make sure that they have enough food to eat. A freaking house, a freaking place to lay their head. Right? This is easy. It's like we shouldn't even be here to have to talk about this. Right?
Right.
Why are we here talking about something that should be a human right to everyone that exists on this earth? Right?
Yeah.
So we got someone to lead us. We got to give us direction here. All we got to do is get in order. Of course, we got to go out here and collect a few brothers and sisters that are out here, which I'm sure we're going to do in the time that God wants to do it. Just know that we're moving in the right direction, y'all, and we won. We already won. The game is over. We're just doing a victory lap right now. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm asking all my brothers and sisters, let's give us a big round of applause for Yaju Jr. for accepting the challenge. And give praise to the Almighty God. Thank you so much, God.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
All praises to the Father and Yaju Judah.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to pass this back. This was something short and sweet. Thank you, brother.
All praises to God and Yaju Judah. Yes.
All praises,
All praises to the Father.
Fact.
So for this next guest that's coming to the stage, I need everybody to stand up. Everybody. Right.
Hey! Let's go. Let's go.
Don't worry about it. King, you to the stage, my brother.
Hey! Amen. Let's go, King. Let's go. And we ain't talking about T.I.
Let's go.
Check. The champ is here. You know, I ain't no good entertainer, y'all, so I probably should have went first. I don't want to get on here and bore y'all out. But greetings. I want to appreciate everybody that's coming through. I want to appreciate the artists that came through. You know, they rode these miles and did their traveling. Y'all did an excellent job. You know, really love the music. And a lot of people don't know that music is a part of nation building. You know, when we always talk about our kids going astray, all this is because of music. So music plays a big part in nation building and bringing a nation together. You know, y'all can sit down, y'all can sit down. You know, and like I said, we really did this for the leaders, you know, and like I said, especially for the artists who actually are putting this true music together. You know, it take a lot to do, you know, because don't nobody want to listen to it. So, you know, people who dedicate their life to writing these lyrics and putting these lyrics, really appreciate y'all. You know, again, help us bring these kingdoms together and bringing these people together. But I kind of want to do like an interaction. You know, I don't want to get up here and preach. I don't want to get up here and do no long speech. That ain't my style. You know, I talk a lot, but I really want to get some interaction going. We got the cameras rolling. We want people to see what this mission is really for. Because online we do a lot of arguing.
You know, we do a lot of back and forth, and a lot of people never really see what this mission truly is about. This is really about building a nation. And when we say this, I know because of who we are, people are like, how you gonna do it? That's the first question. How it's gonna get done? Well, that's when the whole Bible prophets come into play. And this stuff that have been taken away from us. We have been fed. And I often say this all the time. God don't pick up people. God pick up the people to give us the book.
Amen.
So the book is not going to give us nothing. It's going to be God and people. And this is the group of people you see who understand this. This is what religion is missing. God used people. That's all we here to let people know. Now, if you got the eyes to see, you will recognize the people who God uses. That's the blessing. Bless those who can see. Bless those who can hear. So like I said, we're going to get some interaction going. And for my new people who new to this, you know, you never heard of nothing, you know, nothing we doing, this is the kingdom. Now I know this word right here might throw us off. Niggas. Like, how y'all gonna start a kingdom? It's actually an ancient word. Yeah. This word is connected to Ethiopian kings who sat on King David's throne. Yeah. And when we speak of King David's throne again, this is Bible. This not nothing we put out a history book. This is biblical. This still is Bible talk when we use this word. And this is how we just been disconnected from everything. So that's what this mission is bringing, reconnecting us back to a movement that's actually will profit us. Because it will provide resources to our people, and it also establish history, especially to our young men and women that's coming up. Because the only kind of movies I ever seen growing up was slavery. And when they talked about a black king, it was thousands and thousands of years ago. You know, when you, like I said, when you trace this word back, it's dealing with Ethiopia and it's dealing with restoring Africa. So I would like to first get into some questions. You know, my mind everywhere. I don't even know where to start. But like I said, I really want to get into my new people. Don't be shy. We really want to make this a kind of interaction. You know, like I said, I just don't want to get up here, you know, do no speech or none of that. But I really want to have this interaction. I want to leave the time open for anybody that's new here. If you have any questions, you have any concerns, you have some questions that you might want me to answer. And like I said, we will have space if you want to hold your questions afterwards. That's good too. And any for the family got anything they want to add or put on here, we can. So first I want to take any questions if I have any. Any questions from anybody? First in the house, you got any questions for me?
How long ago you started?
How long ago I started?
Yeah, started over.
I started this in 2016. Started in 2016. I started actually online.
Okay.
I'm 8 years in. I'm 8 years in. And like I said, it basically started from the biblical. You know, this still is Bible. I want people to make that clear. This is Bible prophecy. This is not something we making up. This is not something we pulling, like I said, from a dream or imaginary. This is actually Bible prophecy. And when you get into Bible prophecy, it's about restoring the throne. Now, how many people ever heard of a throne being restored when it comes to Bible prophecy? Can I get a show of hand? Anybody ever heard of the throne of David? Okay, my brother back here. Okay. And I know family that heard. And see, this is what they have gotten us away from, because this throne represents African people. Now we have something called the African diaspora, where you have African people scattered all over the world. And you know who our government is? You know who our head is? It's the Roman Catholic Church. That's who over us right now. So when we were looking for reparations, who don't give reparations to? If somebody right now wanted to support us in the diaspora, who would they give reparations to? This is the importance of starting the government. Now, we often use this famous scripture that everybody knows, unto us a child is born, which is Isaiah 9:6. But the part we leave out is the government will be upon his shoulders. Now, I don't know how somebody going to govern something in the sky. Somebody can start a government in the sky? Well,
on earth.
So why is somebody up there? Okay, so that's why we talk about the seed of David. That's why we bring these things, again, to show us what's going to truly benefit us and how we're going to get these things done. Now, some people might ask the $1 million question: how do we start a government? How do we start a government? Well, that's what law and order for. That's what God laws and order for. It gets us in order. Any government, any job, any organization, it has an order. Your body, everything in nature has order. God has order. You know, I know y'all familiar with the order of Melchizedek. Everybody familiar with the order of Melchizedek?
Yes.
Well, right now, when you're dealing with the teachings of the scriptures, or what you call religion, they're not in the order of Melchizedek. They in their own order, their own religious order that has been set up to deceive us. Now, why religion play a big part in starting a government? All governments are ran by religion. Let's want to make this clear, because a lot of times we don't know this. All governments based off religion. All governments. You know, so right now, again, this is why we have to set up our council first before we move forward with a government, because the council provide the principles, the morals, all the written work that the government will be standing upon, or the principles that the government stand on. So that's what important of a council for, and that's why religion plays a big part in us coming out of this system and going into another system. But like I say, y'all, so any questions, any more questions, y'all. But like I said, I really don't want to get into a speech. Really, I want to get some interaction from the people. I know a lot of us in here family. A lot of people y'all see as family. Y'all, you know, kind of already have this message. But you know, any more questions from my new people? I say I don't really have too many new people here. Okay. So, well, I can start with a little about our movement and why we're going back to Africa and why we are choosing Ethiopia. Because I know many people also have this question. Now, Ethiopia is also where the African Union is located when you deal with Ethiopia. Now, what that make important for Africa? Because the White House is like when the president is elected, the president go to D.C. The president don't go everywhere in the United States. The White House is in the D.C. But that White House represents the rest of the states in America. So I'm giving you an example of the Bible prophecy and why it's going back to Ethiopia. You also have the throne of David that's been in Ethiopia, which will solidify the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, which will bring forth God order and God majesty. So this is why we're going back to Ethiopia. And this is why we're going back to Africa. You know, if anybody had that question. And a lot of people don't understand how would this be done. You know that how would this be done? How you gonna get this done, man? You know, you just saying these things. Well, a lot of people don't understand the British Empire and their relationship with Ethiopia. And see, these little breadcrumbs to help us see a bigger picture. You know, because when you deal with Ethiopia, which a lot of us don't really know about, for a show of hands, how many people have been taught about Ethiopia? Just for a show of hands, how many people have been taught about anything about Ethiopia? So nobody in here. You been through you? Oh, no. You know, so again, it's things like this that, like I said, why we in darkness. So if you've never been taught where the Bible come from, and what make it so funny, the Ethiopians over there today, you know, they say they're not colonized, right? They'll quote unquote and say the Bible come from Ethiopia. But guess what they won't say? They the biblical people. Now I don't know if y'all caught that, but if the Bible come where I'm from, how am I not to put in the book? You know, but that goes to show you the colonization and the darkness is all over the world. You know, it's all over the world, y'all. So like I say, by us not learning about Ethiopia, by us not learning about the kings, and all we've been introduced is to Jesus. The book got first kings, second kings. Who are those people? Who are the first and second kings in the Bible? Who are they? They're not Jesus. Jesus wasn't with those kings. And this, like I said, this is the disconnection. And so religion plays a big part in us starting the government, because a lot of people we can't even call forward until they have this information. You know, so a lot of times a lot of people complaining, you know, what's the hold up, man, let's do this now. But how we can't walk together unless we agree. In order for us to walk together, we must agree. Everybody came in here because it's some form of, whether you believe this or not, it's some form of you agree with this. This is why we're here. But way more people than this should be here. But everybody don't agree with what? So we can't walk together. You know, and that's really the problem right now. So it's very important that this information get out. It's the famous scripture in the Bible. It say, once the gospel is preached, the end will come. Now, that's very important. Because what is that gospel? That gospel put us all in that one mind frame. So we can unify. Again, so we can walk together. And the reason why we can't walk together is because, you know, disagreements, religion. So I gave you a little bit about Ethiopia. And also about Ethiopia, which is mighty funny. You got the Solomonic dynasty. Now everybody knows Solomon, right? The wisest man in the Bible, right? How we got a whole Solomonic dynasty with a list of kings don't nobody know about? Can anybody name me one person from the Solomonic dynasty besides the family? Can anybody name me one person of the Solomonic dynasty besides the family? You know, and see, like I said, and if we go to church or anywhere else, it'll be the same. It'll be crickets. And like I said, so this is a big disconnection from the writings. You know, because everybody knows Solomon, but why we don't know about the dynasty? And the throne was just taken away in the 1900s. So this not, like I tell people, this not a throne that's been taken away 2,000 years ago. This throne was just taken away in 1970. Why we don't know about it? You know, and like I said, all this is creating darkness, creating confusion, creating disconnections, and like I said, for stuff we can't really connect back to. And that's what this organization is striving for and pushing for, y'all, is to make that reconnection for our people, give them something solid that they can stand on, or like Moses did. We divided the Red Sea. You know, because we can't swim, right? How many people swim in here?
Shit.
Oh, damn. You know, well, we ain't throwing our people in the water. You know, we divided it, so we're going to give them something solid to stand on, y'all. So what are the good things I can say about Ethiopia? Yeah, y'all give me some other good things I can bring up about Ethiopia, y'all. Because especially since we don't know nothing about Ethiopia, it's such a great land. How many people ever heard the first person come from Ethiopia? Have we all heard that? Lucy, about the first person, the bones. Now I don't really follow that tale, but that's the saying. But if the first person comes from Ethiopia, we want to learn about Ethiopia. You know, you want the first church. The first church, I think it's La Bella. La Bella, the first church, Ethiopia. So how a whole Christian nation, we Christians, everybody Christians. So why we know where the first church built? Why don't nobody go visit? Why we go to Jerusalem? Why we go to Jerusalem if the first church was built in Ethiopia? These are questions to show you how everything is just disconnected. And you go to wherever you're going is because the system and the information has pushed you there. That's why we walk in a narrow path right now. You know, we always say this wide path. Yeah, everybody going that way. What's that narrow path we got to walk the truth? You know, so that's something important about Ethiopia. What else I can bring up?
King Tedros.
Oh yeah, King Tedros. Sometimes talks. Family make me forget because y'all already know it. So I don't like to repeat myself. But another great person, and actually has a lot, how would I say it? Has a lot of influence on the way we move right now is the Tedros story. I know a lot of people probably never heard of Tedros. For his family, how many other people they heard of Tedros? Tedros II, Ethiopian king, cornrows. So he was a king, and actually, what Bella described it, since y'all don't know, the movie 300. How many people seen the movie 300?
We was about to watch it last night, but we don't.
Now, how many people knew that movie was about a black man?
It was serious.
You know, so that movie, that 300 movie, is about the British Empire coming and burning down Magdala, which is the fortress that he had as the king that sat on David's throne. Now, he had 300 people with him, including women and children. 60,000 soldiers came to fight him. 60,000 soldiers came to fight a man only had 300 people. That's why they call the movie 300. A whole empire, multiple nations came together to get one man. Why 60,000 men had to come? Why we don't know about this? This is one of the greatest army campaigns that's ever been in the world. I think it's still the greatest still to this day. They had over 20,000 elephants and mules and horses. They built a city before they even invaded Ethiopia. Nobody knew about this. So I guess Victoria's Secret is real, huh? So Victoria's Secret is about putting lingerie on the lie. They dressed it up for us. So this Victoria's Secret that's looking, the lie looks so beautiful right now. The truth ugly. It's a monster. The truth is an ugly monster right now, but the lie what is beautified. That's why they call Babylon a whore. You know, so but Tedros' story has a great impact on this mission. It has a great validation. Like I say, it has so much into his story, so much people need to read up on. If you ain't familiar with it, the siege of Magdala, that's what it's called. And if I say Magdala, Ethiopia, people be thinking I'm talking about two different lands. But Magdala is just a city inside of Ethiopia. It was, like I said, it was a fortress. It was where the King of Kings was at that time. So, so when you say the siege of Magdala, you are saying simply the siege of, I can't say Ethiopia, but he was that king at that time. And his story is very important. And like I say, it'll help a lot of people understand this mission and why we're doing these things. But like I say, he got a great story, y'all, man. So much to say about his story. And it's also the time the original scrolls was taken away from Ethiopia. And I think this is one of the reasons why we don't know about it. You know, because if you found out the original scrolls was taken from Ethiopia, your eyes open up to Ethiopia. And like I said, when I asked everybody here, you know, who knows something about Ethiopia? How we don't know nothing about Ethiopia? We know something about Jesus. You know, we know about Solomon, we know about David, we know about Abraham. How we know about Ethiopia? All this is the crafty counsel. This is stuff people put together to make you look this way when it's over here. And now we looking this way, you know. And I see we got a picture of Haile Selassie. I know a lot of people might know him. He was the last one to sit on the throne. You know, and again, just to verify the throne is real. Because we'll talk to a lot of people and they'll tell us right now that the David throne ain't even real, it don't even exist. It's fake. We'll talk, even Ethiopians say this. Right now, still to this day, this throne ain't real. So stuff like this, like I said, just verify the throne is real, y'all. Validation, even saying the Bible prophecy is real. I throw that book away. Most people, they gonna throw that book away. Them young folks, they ain't picking up that book. And that's what make our mission so very important, y'all, because what we are bringing, we're not asking our people to pick up a book. We're not having no Bible studies. You know, now we can reveal some things out the Bible, but we're not having Bible study. You know, so you don't have to sit here and give this book to youngsters so they can believe in God, so God can bless them. You know, they don't have to read the Bible so God can bless them. All this stuff is just fairy tales to really, like I said, take us away from our true identity and our purpose in life. If your purpose, you know, like I say, a bookworm. You know, bookworms you can run game on, right? Somebody a bookworm, they ain't got no sense. You just run game on them. So that's what the government, that's what the world is doing to us. They put us in books. So everybody's trying to get their information from a book while the government run a game on you. Because you're a bookworm when it comes to your spirituality. You know, that's what most people are, they bookworms. What else I can touch on about Ethiopia? Now, I do want to talk about a call to Africa. I know you're supposed to come up and talk about it, so I'm going to try to stretch it out because we got a little more time. I thought, like I said, I was doing this for leaders, y'all. I wasn't doing this for me to stand up here and talk and give you no good message. It ain't what I was doing this for to interact with us and do it for the leaders. So, but we all going to get into the call to Africa, and kind of will walk us into that. Go ahead, bro.
I just want to talk a little bit about the Indians that was over there.
Indians?
Yeah, the Indians. Yeah.
In Ethiopia?
Yeah. They were dressed up like Indians.
You know, that's why I say, man, when they show us pictures of some Indians on the trees, they can write whatever land they want to write it on. You don't know what land they own. Because right now, I could take a picture with some trees in Louisiana, and I could be in Atlanta. And whatever I put on there is going to really tell you where it's at. You know, so a lot of times, like I said, they always want to disconnect us from East Africa in some way, shape, or form. Even when it comes to the Zulu tribe. You know, you don't hear too many people claim they're from Zulu. Zulu is East Africa. You know, so yeah, like we really dressed up as Indians with the feather hats and all those things, y'all, you know. Go look at the Ethiopian pictures. It's very important. What's up, brother? Go ahead. You touch on Solomonic? Solomonic? Okay, yeah. Well, we'll get into that when we go into the call of Africa. That's what I was kind of finna go into. And then we'll get into that because that kind of came after the call of Africa. And like I said, it's so many points, y'all, that validate what we're doing and why we're doing it. And one thing is the call of Africa was Zatu. I would like to write a name. I don't know if I'm saying it right. My speech is bad, y'all, and my spelling is bad, so somebody help me out. I know it's a Z and an A. Z. I know it's Z-A-T.
Z-E-W.
Hey, King, you know, another thing that's kind of been coming out is a lot of Africans in North Africa realizing that their origin is also in Ethiopia.
Okay,
even though they grew up thinking like the Igbo and some of the Bantu people are like realizing that even though they are connected to North Africa. Their great grandparents and they ancestors come from Ethiopia.
And I think that's another thing you made me think about the prophetic vision of how Ethiopia was going to be destroyed. Because at the time of Tedros, y'all heard me talk about Tedros II, when he was unalive, because he know he was finna go into battle, so he wrote a letter. He said, if I pass away, send my son to England. I think that's a very important moment in to show you how, because Tedros was a visionary. So these are, and you gotta understand, the prophets was like underground rappers you never heard about. Like they information wasn't getting played on the radio. You had to go to them and get their information. This is how prophets was looked at. So even when you deal with the vision of how Ethiopia was being destroyed, a lot of people left Ethiopia who listened to the prophets and went other places. And this is one reason why Tedros said, take my son to Great Britain. You know, because of the turmoil and all the war that was finna take place in Ethiopia because of what the kings was doing. So yeah, I could definitely see that. A lot of people migrated, and that's what we don't talk about. The migration of all these years, that's why it's a diaspora. And actually, Haile Selassie, when he wrote a constitution based on the Ethiopians that left, he said, if you don't know, you always back in Ethiopia. Because of the migration and all the stuff and people not knowing. So this whole a declaration, I mean, not a declaration, constitution was put out when Haile Selassie made that constitution about if you don't know your heritage, you can still come back to Ethiopia because of the things that took place.
So let me ask you something, King. Now that we know the real Indians come from East Ethiopia, right? But they got their own land over here too. Could they have anything to do with the reason why they come from over? Did they give them their own land before they came over here?
Well, what I came to find out, especially with history, man, a lot of stuff, just like they did the fake Jews, they did that with everybody. You know, they gave stuff to people so they wouldn't give it to the original people.
Right.
See what I'm saying? They did this with everything. Like, you know, to take the Jews, who was talking about the other day? Like, you got Ethiopians coming over here, which are not, a lot of them are not the of the scatter. And they come over here and reap the benefits.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But them benefits supposed to be for us. But we don't even know we come from Ethiopia. And people got to understand, Ethiopians go straight to where? Washington, D.C. Why out of all the places in the world, the only African nation that come here gets citizenship where? In D.C. in the district. So one of the first countries that America was in cahoots with was Ethiopia. Agriculture, education, I think finances and all that stuff come from Ethiopia. You know, come from the glory of the kings. So that's how I'm finna talk about Zatu. Especially for my sisters, my black women. This is you know, because the Bible got a lot of our women shut up and sit down, and that energy is out, you know. And this is a great, in our history, we had a woman that actually sat on the throne. Her father was the king. This is very inspirational, especially with the divide of the black woman and black man. There's a lot of division. You know, either the woman want the man to shut up and sit down, or the man want the woman to shut up and sit down. And all this is come from the lie. And like I said, that's not what I was about. We both need each other. We need to learn how to work together. But Zatu had a letter. It was the call to Africa. Now, y'all, this was in 1920. You know, how many people know anything about the 1920s? How many people know anything about what's going on in America in the 1920s?
A little bit.
You know a little bit? You got a little bit? You got a little bit with me? Okay. Because you notice when they teach about our history, they want us to go back 400 years. Like we ain't got no history before 400, and that's again, once you go back 400 years, you already lost in the sauce. That's the crafty council. You go back 400 years, you missing all the good stuff. You missing all the good stuff of when they actually took power. So in the early 1900s, she did a call to Africa. Now, well, a lot of people don't know about slavery, and I'll give y'all a quick rundown. Slavery wasn't really about working. Of course they did whoop us, of course they did rape us, of course they did do these things, but it was really strictly about working. Slavery wasn't about you being on chains. It was about working. So, but when they sent us over here to work, we started being treated real bad. Now, Marcus Garvey, who I think was one of the first people to put out newspapers, his newspaper got to Zatu. This is how the Crown Council in Ethiopia found out what was happening to black people in America. And a lot of people don't know the Ethiopian royals came over here 3 times on behalf of black people. How many people knew that? How many people know the Ethiopian royals came over here 3 times in all white? And everybody in America respected them. They went to Chicago, they went to New York, somewhere in Cali, I think San Francisco. And you notice all these are ports. You got New York, you got Chicago port, and you got San Francisco port. So they came on boats. Now, I still ain't found out how long it took them to get over here. I would love to know, you know. But again, we don't know this history. They came over here 3 times on behalf of black people and black people being lynched. So on behalf of Zatu finding this out, and I haven't put this together yet, so I'm not 100% correct. But if anybody ever read the book called, what's that book called? What's that book? Babylon and Timbuktu. They had a female leader. I haven't really got the name, and she was wanting to call the people back home because she heard the brutalest things that was happening to them. I can't say this is Zatu, but this is a similar story. Because when she got Marcus Garvey newspaper and Marcus Garvey wrote about the things that was happening to us over here, that's when she wrote the letter of the call to Africa. She actually wrote a letter. Now, Marcus Garvey was 2 million black people in the early 1900s ready to go back to Ethiopia. This is before rap. This is for football. This is for basketball. This is for all the things that make America. Because what makes America right now? Sports. Entertainment. Yeah, that's what entertainment. So all that entertainment would have been where in Africa? So what Africa would be right now? Africa is still the powerhouse because Africa got all the resources. So it's still the powerhouse, but the people who get the resources is reaping the benefits. Chocolate, you know how much, how many people know how much money chocolate bring in?
$1 billion.
Million.
Billion.
It's $1 trillion.
$1 billion.
Trillion. Trillion. Now, where do you think most of the cocoa come from?
Yeah.
How much money you think Africa making out of it? Hershey ain't in Africa.
About $1 billion.
Yeah, Hershey ain't in Africa. Now, how much money you think coffee make? How much money you think Starbucks make and all that?
Sure.
Where coffee beans come from?
Africa.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, Africa.
So why we need a government? Those little small things right there show you why we need a government. It shows you why we need a government. So we had a call to Africa, y'all, back in 1920. I just want y'all to sit and meditate on that. A call to Africa in 1920s, y'all. Just imagine it. Just think about all the great people. You got your Muhammad Ali's. Y'all help me out. Y'all help me out. Some of my older people. Y'all help me some notable names that would have been born in Africa. That probably would have rose up.
Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke. Oh yeah, great.
All of them.
Sam Cooke, Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King. All these people would have been, And like I said, so this is all y'all. This is what all this movement, or this is what stuff like this back this movement up. Stuff like this back this movement up. And I know none of us not familiar with Zatu. She's actually a black queen. She was set on the throne of David at that time, which is very important. Her father was also a king of kings. His name was Menelik. He also owned railroads in America. A lot of people don't know that. Menelik owned railroads. So again, slavery was about working. Slavery was about bettering your life. Just like Tedros said, send my son to England, well, send some of these Ethiopians over here so they could what? Have a better life. But again, we had a callback that we know nothing about. So right after this callback, the Italians came in. She passed away, her and her husband. Haile Selassie took the throne, and the Italians came in. And what happened after the Italians came in? What happened in 1948? Israel. Why? Because of what Marcus Garvey had started in 1920. So you had to show the world the Jews was coming back home. You had to have some kind of movement where you established the world where the Jews was coming back home. And that's what they did. And this movement of the Pan-African movement have been watered down ever since. So you want to know about the true Pan-African movement? This is it. The true Pan-African movement. But right now we have a watered down version of Pan-African movement. Tell you the truth, and I'm not knocking no Pan-African. I haven't really talked to too many of them, because tell you the truth, I didn't even know I had a Pan-African movement. Because like I said, this is Bible prophecy. But many people have tried to together and liberate our people in many different ways. So trying to find the right word to make people understand what we're doing would be Pan-African. But I never consider my movement Pan-African. You know, and actually when I did an interview with an Ethiopian one time, he asked me what I was. I was like, I was speechless. You know, because like I said, this is a divine purpose. This is truth. This is a narrow path. You can't, when you in the heavenly realm, the words that's on paper, you don't bring them with you. Because heavenly realm is a thought, it's a manifestation, it's not words on paper. You know, a lot of people don't know this, so when you bring these spelling words to the heavenly realm, it just don't do nothing blind. You know, but like I say, her movement was very important, y'all. It was the call to Africa. But I could definitely, if you want to explain more on it, I'll keep going. You want to talk more on it?
It basically said most of it. Africa.
If you want to talk more on it,
hey, you just
phone.
this is peace, peace, y'all.
Peace.
You want to talk about
Well, basically, I just did some research on Zatu and her letter. It's really hard to find online. Like Yaju says, called The Call to Africa. It's about her connecting with Marcus Garvey's organization at the time. And he basically called and read out some of her letters throughout her his organization and try to communicate with him, you know, communicate with her to organize African Americans to come back home to Ethiopia. Yeah, that was pretty much it about the letters.
So after Zatu passed and Marcus Garvey was deported or whatever, did anybody pick up the movement at all? Like out of the 2 million people that was planning on going, did something happen to them too, or?
Well, I know there was some in Louisiana. There was a group that was connected to a woman called Callie House. Yeah, Callie House. Mm-hmm. She started a reparations movement. Yeah, she started a reparations movement, and then from there, when she passed away, there was another woman that came after her. I was planning on doing another video on that. That was connected to Marcus Garvey's movement. So people from other movements moved down to other movements. So people like that connected to Marcus Garvey's movement. But after Marcus Garvey, I don't think it really caught up. And
yeah, because what I found out too, Elijah Muhammad was a Garveyite.
Right.
You
So
know,
a lot of them people probably went
yeah.
to the,
So when you gotta think about that's around the time Fraud came.
Yeah.
Fraud Muhammad introduced Islam. You know, and I think that was the major move because other than that, we had Christianity.
Well, Drew Ali started his thing around
right
that
after
time also.
And all these people was coming from England.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that. And see, that was kind of division because you got people going to Islam and you got people going to more side.
Right. When they was all just together.
All just together. That's why Marcus Garvey had so many. So when you take a look back at it, you see how religion wasn't always there because how did Marcus Garvey get so many people? So it wasn't no religious, ideologies and religious doctrines like we in today. This is the most indoctrinated we ever been as a people. And that's why all that Bible been around 2,000 year talk, that's just, again, crafty counsel. You know, to wear you out. The lie wears you out. The truth, it makes it plain as day. You know, so the lie has really, really wore us out. You know, so yeah, that was, Noble Drew Ali. You had Fraud Muhammad. And I think that's the two biggest religions that our people are in when it comes to our people.
it's still to this day.
Yeah, which still to this day is more signs or either Nation of Islam.
You had Christian Morris Case, Jehovah's Witnesses, Hermitage Russell, all of that started.
Say it again, like who started Jehovah's Witness?
Hermitage Russell.
And when you know you got a date when he kind of came out?
That would have been right around that time.
So we see how the movement, it came out because That really scared the British Empire. You gotta understand, man, that shook them, because if we not here, you don't have no America.
You know what, King? If you line up the timeline, that's when they started burning our cities. Right before the Depression. The Depression was 1928, and by 1928, they had burned all of our cities. So the call for black folks, they started, right after that, the religious movement started, and they started eliminating all of our cities. Rosewood, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, Chicago, Detroit. So right around that 1920 to 1928 is when they wiped out all of our existence, so that we would become dependent on them going forward.
Yeah, also had Haile Selassie trying to bring back, came to America. Also with the father's land.
And that's, I ain't mean to cut you off, but well, at the same time, that's when Italians was invading. At the same time, a lot of stuff was going on. Italians had Ethiopia occupied. Right. Just to like cut everything off. Like I got this occupied. Ain't no black people coming over here. I'm here. Yeah. You know. So keep us away, keep us stuck here, keep us stagnated, and then give us religion. And now where we are right now, fighting amongst each other with religion. At the same time, we all coming from the same struggle. So what I'm come to my brother and sister and fight you with a doctrine for? Hey, what can I do to get out this, man? But we fight each other with doctrines. And that's that heavenly war.
And also, King, it's associated with the pagan holiday April Fools during this time. This has an association to how the pagan holiday April Fools came into play, was during this time also. So there's another connection to traditionally how we could be blinded by the paganistic ways of the colonizer and not really focus on the goal that we should be focused on.
And even a woman like Callie House, you know, the government was against her, so they tried to invade basically the movement that she started. She had almost over 300,000 signatures on her petition to give reparations back to the slaves, but she was a former slave as well. And basically the government tried to infiltrate her by, putting spies in the movement, trying to see what they were doing. So just like Marcus Garvey, they, sue her for mail fraud. So it's like, it's the same thing.
She did a year, huh? She did a whole year in jail?
Yeah, she did a whole year and a day in jail for mail fraud. So she couldn't communicate.
Yeah, that's what Marcus Garvey went to jail for. A mail.
Very profound. Because
in Atlanta.
That's great. Okay, that's very profound because I worked for the post office for 25 years. Everything that goes through the mail is a contract. Everything. Your bills is all contract. The stamps goes, all of that revenue goes to the British.
So yeah, y'all, like I said, they really did a number when it came to Ethiopia. And now, like I said, we are here with the, I guess the political way to say it for people's ears is the Pan-African movement. That's really what this is.
Another thing that happened in 1918 is when they released Birth of a Nation, the movie that they played in the White House, the first movie ever played in the White House depicting white people in blackface. Yeah. And in that movie, we running like the Congress and the Senate, but they showing us doing it. These guys are in blackface, but they doing it like eating chicken and watermelon and being real ignorant. Like this is when they first started the propaganda through movies to show us disconnected from our majesty as well. So it's like a full court press going on from all these different angles.
Birth of a Nation.
Yeah, the black and white movie.
Birth of a Nation.
Yep. And I think about that because you always, compare this to the Birth of a Nation. But that's basically what they was on, is birthing the nation of ignorance.
Keeping us dumb. So yeah, y'all, like I say, we putting the puzzle together and show you why this is right now what we are saying can be so controversial, because people are not trying to hear the truth. People are trying to protect their religion. If you talk to anybody who in religion, what they're trying to protect, They trying to hear you out, or what they trying to do? Protect their religion. And right now, this is not what this is about. If you got any kind of love in your heart and you see a struggle going on, this should be problem solved. You're not gonna come in with me no doctor. If you can't come at me with solving the problem, then you can't really solve it. You know. And like I said, and that's why people can't hear this. We tell our people we start the government. People, their eyes get this big. Like we go, man, we got $1 million for the gig. You know, because they get so big eyed, like, how you gonna do this? How it goes back to how you gonna do these things. And this is the importance of Bible prophecy. If the Bible said right now we can start a government, we can do these things, the world not gonna accept it. They'll accept everything else the Bible says. You know, so this is the doctrine again that brings the enlightenment to our people, so we can see this narrow path that we have to walk. And again, this is for the leaders. This is not for the whole world to come and sit down and listen to us preach to you. That's not what this is for. We are gathering leaders. You know, we putting people in positions, and like I say, we have the righteous judgment. And one thing I like to tell everybody: the whole Bible is about the saints judging the world. It's not about us picking the Bible up and teaching. That's what everybody doing, and that's why we don't have no profit when it comes to the writings. The prophecy is saints judge the world, and they take the kingdom. Now, how do we take the kingdom? Ancestors. You know, because that's who they took the kingdom from. And like we tell everybody, this is not to hate, you know, nobody, because again, we lost our kingdom because we went against God. I think that's one of the most important things for us to understand. We lost what we had because we went against God, not because it was just taken from us. And we get it back when we come back to God, because now we can rule in righteousness, you know, and we won't be ruling like we was ruling at once.
So I was asked a question, like, when we start transitioning to Africa, will it be just the few people that's around you, or will you see that at a wide spread around the world?
Well, no, it'll be a wide spread. And like I said, I try to tell people, the Roman Catholic Church, which is the British Empire, everything that we doing will be announced. So this won't be we sneaking out of America. Oh, damn, I'm gone. Why they left me? No. This ain't none of that, y'all. Like, this is something that's gonna be announced to the world. It's a real shift. Yeah. Who remember the old saying, the New World Order? Y'all remember that saying? Yeah. Now, who remember when it came out? Do anybody? About what year it came out? The New World Order. So. Early 80s?
No, 80s.
I thought about 2000. I was 2000 something.
Like,
No, because when they say the New World Order was coming in, it was like 2000 or something, millennium time, huh?
The new millennial, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you said when it was coming.
Yeah, like the New World Order.
Yeah. When the
So,
switch.
now a lot of times they try to pump fear in us, with conspiracy theories. Huh?
Talking about the New World Order by Curtis Mayfield.
Well, yeah, that's a great song. That's one of my favorite songs. But the New World Order, you know how they scared us with, man. New World Order coming in, so they have us in so much fear. Well, you think something's finna happen, but the New World Order is our benefit. That's what we established, a new order that benefit our people. Because the Christianity, the whatever the Roman, all that don't benefit nobody. You know, so this New World Order that we bringing in, that's Bible prophecy. And Curtis Mayfield, I'm glad you brought up, made a beautiful song about it. I need to go listen to it. You might play it on the way out. You know, like the New World Order, y'all, it's important. And that's what's in the world right now. It's a new order. It's a new day. It's a brand new day. It's a new heaven. It's a new earth. It's a new way. You know, and this is what's in the earth, y'all.
Could you, before you leave, could you touch on veganism?
Veganism.
Just the importance of it for folks that might not know.
Well, I just think Dr. Saban did a great job, y'all. You know, if anybody don't know who Dr. Saban, the things he revealed, the facts he brought out, his court case, he went and he cured AIDS, cured syphilis, cured herpes, and he won court cases. So if that ain't enough motivation, you know, to get you jump started on the things you need, then I don't think I could be that motivation for that. But we can set up a kingdom, and we ain't gonna be killing all these animals and feeding people. You see what I'm saying? That's not what we're gonna be doing. So, but Dr. Saban is a great jumpstart, y'all, to vegan life. Y'all know he's not here no more with us, but like I say, he really laid the blueprint down for us, y'all, and really motivated us to go in the right path. You know, because right now your meat ain't real anyway. So you might as well go on and make your meat out of veggies. They making it out of plastic or whatever the hell they make. So you might as well make it yourself out of veggies. Why not? You know, because you're not eating real meat. So, but veganism is something that, man, that's actually is the reason why I'm standing up. You know, now of course God is the reason why I stand up here, but what gave me my drive and my anointment was showing how powerful thought was. Because when I looked at the world, I had a thought first of what was going on. I say, man, got to be the food. So that verification came to me would say, damn, it is food. Because as soon as I went to the internet, I heard people talking about left eye, and doctors. That's when Dr. Saban first came out, and how he had cured left eye. I'm like, what? I'm like, so that showed me how powerful thought was. So veganism plays a big part in my role. I've been vegan going on 10 years now. My whole journey, that, like I said, that changed my whole life, whole outlook, whole mind frame. So vegan is top tier. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, I'm sure you can't take it away nobody else. You can't take it. You might be a good advice to someone, but you can't take care of someone. Take care of yourself. And veganism is a real good step into taking care of yourself. You know, and like I said, especially when you got kids. Like I say that if you got kids, you know. But yeah, that's a very important thing on our high on our list. It's something we push. I hope everybody here is vegan. I know some of them might go and leave eat some chicken, you know, a little later, or they might. But we mostly vegan in here though. But you know, that's what we push. We don't kill no animals. It's all anti-animal, y'all. We all about, you know, the vegan life. You know, and hearing yourself. Somebody, you got to go ahead, bro.
I was just saying, King, one of the first laws possible in the kingdom is no unrighteous killing.
No what?
No unrighteous killing. So
okay.
No animals be slaughtered. No unrighteous killing.
That'd be hard for the Ethiopians, you know. They eat a lot of raw meat. So. What?
Hey, I had a question too, because like in the declaration you talk about, is it Addis Ababa? That's like the central city. So when you think about Ethiopia and us going back, like how much in that thought process is all of those rural areas where they still have like tribal kings and, you know, they eating what they can really, you know what I mean? But a lot of, I guess those people for generations like survived off of fishing or survived off of herding and stuff like that. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, that's the part of us bringing the resources back to bring in, you know, stuff we need, bringing the right farm, bringing the right equipment to farm, you know, bringing the right people to push the farm. Because this is what Bill Gates is doing right now, bringing them GMO foods because they ain't got no food. So if Bill Gates is going there and give them food, you can't go in there and give them food.
So you would still,
you know,
those kings though, like the ones that are established in those different areas.
Well, yeah, that's the point of them submitting to the King of Kings. That's the point of David's throne being Ethiopia, to establish rulership over the kings. That's why I was so much feud in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Because even when Tedros on the throne, they ain't like Tedros.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They didn't want to respect him, so they were like, you know, so it was a lot of feud. So it was always division in Ethiopia, even while this throne was in Ethiopia.
Right.
You know, nobody never want to keep the order. So, you know, like now we come back and by us bringing resources and what we bringing, their respect is gonna get brought. Because they got a scripture in the Bible where it says let's say something about the when you're in dry land, they gonna honor me. Even the wild dry honor me because I give drink to my chosen in the wilderness. So because of what we bring back, the resources we bringing back, the peace we bringing back, it won't be hard for us to establish the things we need to establish in righteousness. Yeah. You know, we will be able to provide that.
One thing I did notice too is that looking at, because I've been paying more attention to Ethiopia, and just like African Americans, it's a lot of different ethnicities of original Ethiopians. Like when you think of Ethiopia, I know when we was coming up, they used to show us the Ethiopians that were starving, and you only saw one kind of Ethiopian. You never knew that it was like so many different ethnicities. Yeah. So.
And like I said, even when you got a background up there, you see the kind of different features of different Ethiopians that's you know, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so we did talk about Zatu, y'all. And I know somebody had wanted me to talk about the Solomonic. Who's it? The Solomonic?
That was brother.
Okay, yeah. So the Solomonic. So another thing, land was given to African Americans in Ethiopia, 1930s, something like 1930s, after the call of Africa. Now again, you got Ethiopian royals coming over here on behalf of African Americans. African Americans know nothing about it. Then after all that happened, after the Italians had invaded, after the Italians had took over Ethiopia, they got kicked out, they went back home. Because African American helped Haile Selassie in the war, he came over here and gave African Americans free land, 500 acres, and told us to come back home. How many people found out about that? Nobody found out about it. You see what I'm saying? So these are things to show you how Ethiopia has stretched their hands out. But again, our government, you know, and so that's the land Solomonic. I think still to this day, I can't really 100% quote me on this, but it's a lot of tribal stuff going on over there in Ethiopia. I know a lot of Rastafarians still go back to the land. A lot of Rastafarians still travel back and forth to the land because a lot of Jamaicans actually went over there. Many African Americans didn't even go. It was mostly Jamaicans that went to the land because, you know, of how much they praise Haile Selassie.
I don't think the African Americans knew much about it.
Oh no, we didn't.
Right.
Yeah,
We
they
didn't
made
know.
sure we didn't know.
Yeah, and they made sure. Yeah, they made sure we didn't know, and that's why we didn't really go.
That's right.
Because we was eager to even go fight in the war with the Italians, but the government stopped that.
Against Mussolini.
Yeah, against Mussolini. Yeah, the government stopped that. You know, so I think it was only like about a handful of African Americans that actually was able to help, and one of the major dudes that was able to help was the one that flew the plane, because they couldn't fly planes in Ethiopia at that time. So that's kind of how we got the land Solomonic that was established again for African Americans, something we still don't know about still to this day. I know I just found this out about what, 5 years ago? You know, I'm just finding this stuff out, so I ain't taking up here like I was, so I know we don't know about it. You know, like I said, so these are just things, y'all, you know, like I say, that have just really disconnected us to our real movement. And now we don't even have a movement. We're just African Americans, and now young people putting a middle finger to Africa. Like I never thought I'd see in a day where people just disrespect Africa in so many ways. You know, like I ain't know I was gonna see that, but that's what you see today, and all this is for the lie. So any other questions on anything I said? Any questions, y'all? Anything? I touched on Solomonic. We kind of based on the touches on Ethiopia, y'all. Again, this is what this movement is established on. Returning back to Ethiopia, establishing our throne, which will give us our government. You know, but without a crown council, which is the information that we are bringing out to get us from under the false council, we can't have a government. So we come from under the false council, we have a crown council that supports our government, that will support our people from all over the world, and will also bring peace to the nations. Every war that was ever fought was a religious war. I'm gonna say that again, y'all. Every war that was fought had to do something with religion. So a lot of times when we talk about nation building, this is why you have to bring religion into the picture. Not join a religion, but understand how religion affects government and how it has affected our people and minds and created all these wars. So all these wars that we are fighting is a religious war.
How did Haile Selassie give over the throne, or the throne stop?
Oh yeah, that's another good topic. You got something before I start?
Well, it's kind of touched on it, but just like the word naming, and like Abyssinia and like Ethiopia, like how it's connected, and like how, you know, the confusion comes with the name of the place.
Well, yeah, I think the changing of names is big. I know everybody's seen Roots where they change a name so you can take you away from your original history. So they give you all these different names like Abyssinia, Ethiopia, Magla. All that is the same place. But if I said Abyssinia, people are like, what you talking about? What you talking about? Now, if I say Ethiopia, people know what I'm talking about. So when you try and do research and you read about Abyssinia, like when the Ethiopian royals came over here, they call them Abyssinia kings. So most of you don't even know they're Ethiopian kings that was coming over here because you call them Abyssinia. So if you don't know the word Abyssinia is connected to Ethiopia, that whole story get washed away. Just off changing the name. So yeah, changing names is very important. Like I said, just take you away from the original and the things that took place. You know, and because we are in control with a nation who control all information. Because the nation that control all information is the only nation that gave information to the world. I hope I didn't lose you. The only nation to give information to the world was the British Empire. Africa didn't give information to the world. The British Empire did these things. That's why they are the heads of the colonizers. Because colonization comes with information. You know, that's how people are colonized, with information.
But they showed you their roots too though. So when they gave you roots, then they showed how you was enslaved, then they showed how they told you Christ was underlined on the cross, right?
See, I never seen roots.
Yeah, but then they gave you roots, and then they showed you where they burning crosses in the black people's yard.
Okay.
And then they using the Bible as a tool to make them pay attention.
So, correct, brother man. And another important topic, y'all, is how the throne, or how the majesty got given over to Great Britain. Now, Haile Selassie was the only emperor to flee to Great Britain in war. Most of our emperors passed away in war. There was warriors. No, and let's get this straight. No Ethiopian emperor was a preacher. I should get a hand clap for that, huh? No Ethiopian royal was a preacher. Amen. You know, so what do that tell you? You know, this preaching ain't good for us. It just simply ain't good for us. I can get up here and preach to y'all right now. You gonna go home with the same problems. So I ain't gonna get up here and preach to you. Because I ain't no Holy Ghost gonna go up here and take none of these problems away. We gonna come together and take these problems away. You know, so when you deal with Haile Selassie, now why he ran, it's a million questions, it's a million ideas, it's a million stuff we can say, but he ran. He ran to the same people who took from his ancestors. He stayed there for 5 years. He stayed there for 5 years, y'all, in Great Britain, while the Italians was in the control of Ethiopia. Now, all the leaders, we have to understand, all the leaders did not leave Ethiopia at that time. Haile Selassie left his family. Let me say it one more time. All the leaders did not leave Ethiopia in 1930. Haile Selassie and his family left. So the rest of the leaders stayed, and what you think happened to them? So Haile Selassie came back with Great Britain. Same people that got rid of his ancestor who sat on the throne, Tedros, took all the gold, all the artifacts. So I don't know when he did it, but he gave them the highest order in the Solomonic gift. Now, how many people knew the Solomonic gift was in Ethiopia? How many people knew the Solomonic gift was in Ethiopia?
What is the Solomonic gift?
That's a great question, brother man.
Yo, what is the Solomonic gift?
That's right, brother man. That's right, yeah. So the Solomonic gift is simply God wisdom, God information.
What is God?
That's why you have Solomon as the wisest. So if you have Solomon's gift, what do you have? God wisdom. So the wisdom of the scriptures, the understanding of the scriptures, all this was given to who? Great Britain. It wasn't given to Haile Selassie grandkids because they'll be on the throne.
Is that knighted the queen?
Correct. So he united the queen. He gave them the highest order in the Solomonic gift. He didn't give them a position. He gave them the highest order. So when he passed away, why ain't no throne left? Because the throne is in England. They have the gift. We don't have the gift, so we can't. To have. That's like right now. To have the majesty of the throne, you have to have the wisdom. If you don't have the wisdom, you can't sit on the throne, and the pastor ain't because they don't have it. So this is why right now the Roman Catholic Church is over all churches. They're over all religion. Everybody answers to the Roman Catholic Church. Every religious organization over here answers to the Roman Catholic Church. You know, and a lot of people don't know this is what he done. And his grandson actually put a speech out when the Queen passed. This is how we really got this information, because this ain't like nobody told us. But his grandson actually put a speech out and talked about how his grandfather gave this gift over to the Queen. And the British Empire and Ethiopia became like this one big group behind closed doors, though, because nobody ever knew this. Because right now, what they tell you, Ethiopia is not colonized. That's the most craziest thing to say, because Ethiopia is colonized. They're most definitely colonized. You know, so that's just something he did. I think that's very important, because we can see why these people know. The Roman Catholic Church know. They know way more than us. They know what we doing. They know what we got to do. They know what it look like. We don't even know what it look like. They know what it look like. So when we come together, a lot of people think they're going to attack us. They're not going to attack us. They're not going to do nothing with this mission. They ain't going to do nothing but support this mission. The more and more people get behind this mission, the more and more the Roman Catholic Church will support this. Because it is God gift. This is not nothing that we just, you know, oh, we mad at the Roman Catholic Church, they took this from us, let's go get it back. No, when we show up, they know what we have. And they're gonna be ready to give it over. You know, that's one thing that's in their writings. They're not gonna fight with God. It's already written that they gonna, you know, because they're in their position by God. So like I say, these are things, y'all, that we know nothing about. We don't even know about the Solomonic gift. You know, but it was given over to them. And one famous quote that Haile Selassie made that make everybody ever pick up the Bible a liar. David will still destroy Goliath in the 20th century. So what do that mean? The David and Goliath story never happened. That's all that means. But what you got Solomon gift. See, if you don't have a Solomon gift, you're not gonna know those things. You're gonna read the say when David defeated the giant, I'm gonna be just like that. Well, David doing these things right now. But again, if you don't have Solomon gift, which is God wisdom, this stuff has to be bestowed upon you, that stuff will go over your head. So that's a famous quote that he actually quoted, came out of his mouth, that David will still defeat Goliath in the 20th century. This came out of Haile Selassie's mouth. So what do the British Empire know? They know David finna show up. See, we don't know. We don't know David gonna show up. They know he gonna show up because they have the gift. And a lot of people know Haile Selassie is the one that taught J.F. Kennedy. Right after he left J.F. Kennedy, what happened to J.F. Kennedy? Because he wasn't going to do, J.F. Kennedy was not going to oppress black people no more. He made a vow to that. He was not going to oppress black people. Because he found out where we come from and what we really want. He was taught by what? The one who had the gift. You know, so like I said, these things are what we totally disconnected from when it comes to Bible prophecy and the things we have to do to benefit us. But go ahead, brother, you had a question.
No, I was just thinking as you were speaking, like, so is Christ back in Ethiopia, the return of the Solomonic gift?
Correct. That's why the British don't respect us, because we have their gift and they respect the wisdom of God. They know this. That's why they never want us to get it. And as long as we don't have it, they don't never have to respect us. You know.
Did King Solomon really existed? Okay, good.
It's like a title for the one who holds the wisdom. Yeah. And that, again, it's what the British know. These characters that they give us, like Abraham, David, they don't exist. Now, the people of it's like what's the best way to say it? It's almost like they took meanings and created names. That's what they did. They took meanings and made names and never gave us the meaning of the name. They made the character.
Personified. They personified terminology.
There you go, yeah.
Narratives.
And that's why we show that clip with Jeff Rosen, because this is what they teach in Duke and Harvard. They teach this in higher learning. They teach the true meaning of allegory. And when they found the scriptures, this is what the British Empire was fond on, allegory. Because I could tell you a story and make you think it's something else, but you don't know nothing about the meaning. That's all they did with the Bible. Because they knew it was allegory, we didn't. We took the stories, we never took the meaning of the allegory. And because we took the stories, we got lost in translation. They was very, very big on allegory. They got a man named Jeff Rosen. He teaches on the British Empire and their secrets. The secrets of Great Britain. It's a lot of secrets with Great Britain. It's a lot of secrets. And like I said, this nation is what run the world. They run Africa, they run the islands, and they run America. You know, so if we don't know their secrets, we don't know our enemy. You know, we really don't know our enemy. So we fight amongst each other because we enraged. It's like somebody did you something, you know how somebody walk home, what's wrong with you? Why you mad at me? I ain't do you nothing. And that's that syndrome. We mad at each other because we don't even know who to go hit. We don't know to go swing at. So I'm gonna swing at the person right close to me. And that's what we doing. That's that syndrome. You know, and that's why it's very important for us to be enlightened. So the Solomonic gift was given to the British Empire. This is on paper, y'all. You can't deny it. But if nobody's talking about these things, nobody's enlightening our people, then we don't know about it. We blind to it. We're in darkness about it. So we can't do nothing about it. I'm gonna stop like about an hour and 45 minutes in, so we can interact with one another. You know, people we can interact with. You know, talk amongst each other. So anybody got any more questions about Ethiopia? All right, brother.
I'm about the Ethiopian king, but is it safe to say that the British royal family is masquerading on the throne of David?
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Because that authority, it's always got to be in the earth. That throne is established forever. Like you can't. Again, this is Bible scripture. So yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. They are on that throne in their majesty right now. Yeah.
I just want to mention, if you want to see it in action, just go back and watch the what was it when they crowned? What's his name?
Coronation.
Yeah.
Coronation.
They crowned him and named him King of Kings, Lord of Lords on national TV.
Okay, that goes to show you.
With the real crown that mimics Tedros crown. It kind of looks
We
just
need that
like
back.
the crown.
We need that back. We need that back.
We need that back.
Yeah, we need that back, right? We need that back for the king.
Okay, I got you.
They holding your crown, king.
Yes, I
Need that
did.
back, right?
Go ahead, sis.
So I think that is like the main point that,
I got it.
because I watched the coronation specifically for them. Like I wouldn't have given them the respect if they wouldn't have given the line of David. So, because I'm still, like I'm hearing y'all, because Jesus is in the line of David. So for me, like anybody in that line, I mean, anybody, that's kind of like what Paul is saying. I mean, I know that might be a little controversial, but he's saying that those are the original people benefit from what they, but we benefit from what they do. So for me, I do know some Christians are accepting this message. So I just want to share that. Like they're starting to see like these people, black people, the Negro people, because what brought me over here was Dion.
Okay.
And I'm getting emotional, you guys, because I was raised keeping the Sabbath. Like I was born to the Sabbath. And it's really hard doing that anywhere. In the hood, not the hood, especially out in Cali. That's where I was at. So when I found out that Saturday meant Sabado in Spanish, like that was my thing with them. I was like, yo, this is real seventh day. Whatever. But that is a sign that we can use as a people. Because I tell the Adventists, that was started by a woman, by the way. So that's why that's always got to be near and dear. It's female facts with that. That the black church is the only church, like in my Adventist religion, we still do the deacons, the elders, the ushers. The white Adventists do not do that. So all the religions have that. So we start claiming, because that's Negro. I tell them all the time, that's the term. And so I'm really connecting with this energy. So I just want to say, like, they're not negating this. I don't know anybody that is when I talk about it.
Okay.
They're not negating. They think it makes sense.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that sharing. And so I want to ask you, do you still keep the Sabbath day on Saturdays?
Not the same way.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
like you said, I was raised both literal and allegorical. So I do both. But the allegory kind of takes over because you weren't there. Why are you keeping this exact law? Like you need to take the meaning from it and apply it to your technology or your, they would think that was silly. Like you gotta keep up with your human thriving. And so that's just, but yeah, not the same way, but yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. So yeah. I definitely see why you. I definitely yeah. So I just dropped this jewel on you. There's one scripture where it say, "All those come to me, so I can give you rest." So rest is given when truth is spoken, because you're no longer working seeking the truth. That's what God's Sabbath day is connected to, and that's why the prophet Isaiah told them to get rid of your Sabbaths, because the people always create their version of their Sabbaths, their version of their feast days. God got feast days, and God got a Sabbath day, and it's never according to the way we set it up. But it's always going to be according to telling you more to the meaning. And when you get that rest, you're going to feel it. And you're going to rest every day, not just on the Sabbath. Yeah. So, but any more questions, y'all? Any more questions?
I have a question. Yes, I do.
What you got, brother, man? What you got for me?
When slavery was here, the king, whatever king you're talking about got enslaved.
King got enslaved?
Whatever king, Solomon or whoever he is, when slavery was here, did he got enslaved?
Oh, no. None of the kings ever went into slavery.
That was
No more questions.
No, their descendants went into slavery, which they're kids, but none of the kings ever went into slavery.
It was after slavery or before that?
Before.
Oh. And when can we go home? Because this is enough.
Tell them again. Y'all hear from the young man. Y'all hear from the young man. Hey, we feel the same way like you, man. When this house get packed with brothers and sisters like this, that's when we can go home, man. So we working hard, sir. We working hard. But like I said, y'all, we're gonna get into, we gonna fellowship amongst each other, y'all. Just get into some talk, get familiar. I know a lot of us, this is our first time, coming together. All right, y'all. Peace. Y'all leaving? Okay. So like I say, just, talk amongst each other, y'all. We got like an hour left, maybe 45 minutes. Okay. And so I know a lot of y'all, don't get scared. Y'all don't have to sign this now, but those who've been with us and dedicated, they're showing the dedication. This is a saint's pledge, And is this, you feel it in your heart? This is something you pledge into. This is something you dedicated to. We just need to see your dedication on paper so we can have it. We can have it on record. And again, you can read over. You don't have to sign today. We will give this out if you want it. And like I said, if it's something that you want to dedicate yourself to, you feel this is your calling, and you want to continue to help us on this mission, we just need to know who's dedicated and who with us. We've been through a lot of trials and tribulations when it comes to dealing with our brothers. Boy, I ain't gonna even get into the talks. So again, just getting a little more organized and getting a little more presentable, and dealing with our brothers and sisters and getting more professional. Because we are, we are who we are. So they're not looking for us to do nothing like this. So we're gonna represent, we're gonna do it in order, we're gonna do it in professional. Like I said, so right now, around, you want to read over, hold on it, meditate it, put it under your pillow. But again, this is what we passing out. If you want to sign it, show your dedication.
Yes, sir.
So like I say, thank y'all again for coming. Appreciate the audience. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. We turn the cameras off, y'all finna do some real stuff.